Here's a boring investment idea that can make you thousands and thousands of dollars every single month. Guys, so today we're gonna talk about vending machines. So it might seem like a super boring business. However, there are people who literally make 6 and 7 figures just off of vending machines alone. They're good for 3 different reasons. Number one, they're super easy to scale. So when you have a vending machine business, it's very easy to just add more vending machines, right? There's a couple steps that I'm gonna outline for you on how to do that correctly. But a vending machine business can literally make you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars every single month. And it's very, very easy to scale once you have a couple in place. Now, the other good part about vending machines is that there is little to no overhead, right? You're not really paying employees. There's no HR, there's no payroll, unless you have somebody running out there and stocking your vending machines, but that's not an entire team. That's maybe just 1 or 2 people that are handling all of your vending machines, right? And so it's a very, very easy to run business because it's just this machine that's automating this sale process for you. And thirdly, vending machines come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. So you could have a food and beverage vending machine. You could have some sort of specialty vending machine, maybe like coffee or laundry products or something like that. So there's so many different types of vending machines that you could go into, and it's pretty easy to get all this set up. And once you've got it up and running, again, it's very, very easy to scale. So let's jump right into it. The first step when it comes to building a vending machine business is buying the vending machine. So we want to take a look at what the market looks like. So if you're buying a new machine, if you just literally Google vending machines, you're probably going to find them around maybe $3,000 or $4,000 all the way up to like around $10,000. This price depends on exactly what that machine does. Some of them take credit cards, some of them don't take credit cards, right? So all of these different vending machines, they have different functionalities that allow them to be better or maybe more efficient than other vending machines. And so it's our job to identify which vending machines we want in the first place, because not every vending machine is going to fit exactly what we're trying to do with this. We want to look at budget, and we also want to look at where this vending machine is going to be. We want to make sure that we understand the location as well as the machine that we're going to be placing there. So this leads me to my second point. We want to identify the location. So now that we understand, okay, I'm going to start out with maybe, let's say, just food and beverage, right? So I'm just going to sell snacks from this machine. Maybe not even beverage, just snacks, chips, cookies, gum, whatever it is, candy. So I'm gonna start a snack vending machine. Now that I know that I'm gonna have a snack vending machine, I can choose which functionality I want it to have. And then I'm looking at the location of where this vending machine is gonna be, because the location is gonna help me identify what types of items I want to put into that machine and what functionality I want it to have. If it's gonna be somewhere safe, maybe inside a nice office building, or maybe inside a high-end grocery store. So if we go to some place like this, it's not very likely that somebody's just gonna be breaking into this machine and stealing from it. So we could potentially put nicer items into this vending machine. It's a high traffic location, it's a safe location, we're not losing any profits because of an unsafe environment, and we're profiting pretty well from this machine. So maybe it makes sense to buy a $4,000 or $5,000 machine. Now, if you look on the secondary market, you can find machines for significantly cheaper. I've seen machines for as low as $1,000 all the way up to $3,000. On the used marketplace, that's a great place to start, because that way you're not putting in $5,000 into a vending machine. You're starting off smaller, right? So maybe $1,500, or let's say $2,000 that you spent on this vending machine, and now you're able to kickstart your investment business, and you're able to start leveraging these machines to start making a passive income for yourself. Now, again, it's not entirely passive because you're having to go out there and stock these machines, but once the system is set in place, once you have somebody running out there managing your machines, actually operating your business, that's going to be pretty passive for you as the owner of the machines or as the owner of the business. And again, I know people who've literally become millionaires off vending machines alone. One part that I want to mention is also, what does it mean for a property owner to allow you to put the vending machine there? So first of all, you want to make sure that you check local vending laws, state vending laws, because that's going to be something that you need to pay attention to. Now, the other thing is, when we're placing a vending machine onto a property, let's say we have a grocery store, we have somebody that owns that property. And so for us to be able to put our vending machine on their property, sometimes they're going to charge us a percentage of our profit. A pretty common model that people use is maybe 10 or 15% of profits. So let's say we make $500 a month on this vending machine. Well, we'd give 10% of our profits to the person that allowed us to use their property. So $50 goes to that person. You know, everything else we keep obviously, and whatever on top of that, that was our net profit. If that was our net profit, we probably made a total of $1,500 or $1,000, and we used part of that to restock. And then out of the net profit, we pay 10% or 15% to the property owner. So just to clarify that up, we have our gross income, we have our net income, and from our net income, we pay the property owner for letting us use their property. We always have to make sure that our vending machine is stocked, because if it's not stocked, it's not making us any money. And there are some machines out there that will actually let you remotely track your inventory. So that's super convenient, because you could literally be at home, pull up your computer, there's a dashboard you can pull up, and you can see all your vending machines. And so these vending machines, they have a tracker on the inventory that you have inside that machine. So if you can see that, hey, this machine always runs low on Diet Coke, and it always runs low on gummy bears or something like that, right? So we know that, okay, this location is very, very popular for those items. And so we want to make sure that maybe instead of 1 row of these vending machines, maybe we should double our inventory and have 2 rows or 3 rows, right? So we always have these different quirks for each location where we see a certain demand for a particular product, and we want to make sure that we can meet that demand, because if that's what's selling every single day, maybe we sell gummy bears every single day, but we only sell chips once a week. Well, maybe we should start selling more gummy bears, right? So we need to focus on what's working. And so the next step to think about all this is how we're going to buy this vending machine. So you can go out and buy this cash, right? However, why would we want to use cash to buy our vending machines? There's much better ways to finance these business purchases. For example, business credit cards, business loans, we can get equipment financing. This is considered business equipment. So you qualify for a business equipment loan. If you can get equipment financing, you could buy, maybe instead of just 1 vending machine, you could buy 10 vending machines. If you buy 10 vending machines, well, now you've got yourself a business, right? Maybe you should now hire somebody to operate all these for you. And at the end of the day, these can be pretty profitable. So I've seen vending machines do anywhere from maybe $50 a month all the way up to $400 or $500 a month in net profit. So if you're doing $500 a month in net profit, or let's say just down the middle, right? Maybe $300 net profit. If we're doing $300 net profit and we paid, let's say $3,000 for this vending machine, so on the top end of the used market, we're doing 10% a month. So your investment is doing 10% a month in profit, assuming that scenario, and you're not really having to do anything. That's a pretty boring business, but it's doing 10% a month, right? The S&P 500, the stock market, does maybe 8 to 10% a year, and we're doing 10% a month here. And at the end of the day, we own the vending machine, right? So we own that asset. So we have 2 ways that we're protecting ourselves in this scenario as well. Number 1, we own the asset so we can sell it, right? So let's say we do this for 6 months and we're like, you know, I was expecting to make $300 a month, but I'm actually only making $10 a month. So it's not really worth it for me. I'm gonna sell the machine. Okay, well, sell the machine. As long as it's in similar condition to when you bought it, you're probably gonna get about the same amount for it. So you pulled out your money, you made a little bit of profits, everything is cool. Now, the second way we protect ourselves is that we are not tied to a specific location. So let's say you put it in a gas station and it's doing $10 a month, right? That might sound bad, but I wouldn't jump ahead and sell it. Maybe I'll just move it to another gas station, or I'll move it to an office building or an airport. I'll just move it somewhere else, because it's not the business that's not working in that scenario. It's maybe just the location that's not that great. So I'll move my vending machine to a new location and I'll use that location's traffic to keep growing my business, right? So it's all about finding the right location and having the right products for the people that are visiting that location. Guys, I hope this was interesting for you. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to share some more boring businesses with you. I'll see you on the next video.